Hi, welcome to Copenhagen. Thanks for dropping in. Hope everybody is doing well. Today I am unbagging a diamond painting from GBFKE.com. So GBFKE.com are a budget or budget friendly diamond painting website who also sell cross stitch and paint by numbers, as well as diamond painting accessories. I have done a review for them in the past, and they got in touch and asked if I would like to do some more. So I had a look in the website and I chose 2 diamond paintings and a diamond painting pen. So I ordered these on the 12th of August and they arrived on September 9th, so just under a month to arrive. So this is what arrived. Grey bag, very standard for the budget companies, and the diamond paintings are not in boxes, again typical of the budget companies. It saves them money on shipping and it saves us money on buying, so it's a bit of a win-win. So we'll get straight into the bag and see what we've got. So as usual, I'm only going to review one thing. I prefer to do them individually, keep the videos a bit shorter. So if you're interested in seeing everything that's in the bag, please remember to subscribe and hit the notification button, and you will get a little message when new videos come up. So as I said, there's 2 diamond paintings in here and a diamond painting pen. Today I want to choose a diamond painting. The pen and the other diamond painting will be coming up soon. So I'm just going to reach in and pick one, see what I get. Okay, I was hoping it was going to be this one. So when they asked me to choose some stuff, I thought I don't have any cactus diamond paintings. Now in the real world I have been collecting cacti and succulents for quite a few years now, and I have quite a few, but I have never done a cactus diamond painting. So when I went on the website I just searched for cactus and more than one came up, and I chose this one mainly because of the bright colours in the background. So if you do go onto the website and search cactus, you will get a few cactus diamond paintings, but I will put a direct link in the description if you like this one and you want to go straight to it. So this is what we get. Pretty much what I expected. We have it's in clear cellophane. Sometimes you'll get them in the bubble envelopes, but this one isn't clear cellophane. It is folded, sorry, semi-folded, semi-rolled, with the picture on the outside. Sometimes it's on the inside, doesn't really make any difference, but it means that straight away we can have a look at the thumbnail and see exactly what it is. So here we have some cacti in the desert and a very colourful sunrise in the background. And again, it was the colours. I really like brightly coloured diamond paintings. I'm pretty sure this one is going to keep me happy. So we have item, diamond painting, number SZ1924, size 30 by 30. So the canvas is a square. It's 30 across, 30 down. And we have the key, again the thumbnail, and the key down the side. We have a little code here upside down, which normally doesn't tell us anything. Yeah, this one doesn't tell us anything. Made in China, that's pretty much it. So this is just for their reference, I think. When they're scanning them, they make sure that they've got the right picture. So we'll open it up. I think this needs scissors. I'm trying to feel if there's an end, but I can't feel anything. So I'll just use the scissors. Oh no, found it. so it is an envelope. Usually they're pretty tight to try and get them back out the bag. Like all of these things that you unpack, you can unpack them easily enough, but trying to get them back where they came from is a different matter. But that came out pretty easily. So as always, we'll have a look and see what is inside the canvas without folding it. Taking the fingers in. So, there we go. So here we have the drills and the toolkit. So quick look at the toolkit, put the drills to the side. Toolkit pretty much standard for the budget companies, but the difference is this one has a multi-placer, which I don't normally expect, don't normally see, so that's a little extra. So we'll just go through it, because as I've said before, I'm always conscious that somebody may be watching the very first diamond painting video, and there's something that I nearly always mention, because it's quite important if you're totally new to diamond painting. Just a bit of a heads up, and it's to do with these trays. As you can see, the trays are angled at the sides. Now the thing about that I didn't know when I first started, but I found out very quickly, is if you pour your drills in the tray and you're diamond painting and you accidentally touch that side or that side, the tray will flip over really easily and your drills will end up on the glue and you will have to pick them off. Now this kit does not come with tweezers, so hopefully you've got tweezers in the bathroom that you can use to pick the drills off the glue. That's the easiest way to do it. Some trays sometimes come with straight sides, and if you get a straight sided tray, it isn't as flimsy as this. Not really that there's anything wrong with it, the vast majority come like this, but it's just a word of warning to anybody who's totally new, maybe just waiting on your first kit coming. Have a look at the sides. If it's angled like that, just be careful. Try not to touch the side, then you won't be picking up drills. Once you've done it a few times, you will remember. It's just one of these things. So that's the tray, very standard basic tray. We have a square of pink wax, which is plenty for a picture this size. This is what you actually need to pick up the drills. And we have the standard diamond painting pink pen that you get in most kits, but the exception with this one is we get a little multi-placer. You just pull out, so does the tip. You just wiggle it and you can see it's just a straw. You can see through it. So basically it's a plastic straw that has a tip like this. The bottom part's plastic, this little piece is brass, there's a hole in it. What you do is you push this into the wax, but the first thing you have to do is peel back the protective cover. If you don't do that, you're trying to press into the wax and you find that you can't pick anything up. It's because the wax hasn't went into the tip. So always remember to peel back the cover before you do it, and put it back again to stop dust building up on the wax. That would be a good idea. So that's it, basic pen. Put the tip back in, put the multi-placer back in. So with the tip you place one drill at a time. With the multi-placer you press this into the wax, you get a little line of pink wax and you can pick up a little row of drills. So if you get a section that's all one colour, you can pick up multiple drills at one time and place them, so it speeds things up. I prefer to single place. I have never used the multi-placer. I listen to music when I diamond paint and I just enjoy relaxing, so I'm not in any rush, so I always single place. So that's it, basic kit plus the multi-placer. With the budget companies, I think this is the very first time I've seen a multi-placer, so it's a nice little bonus there if you want to try it. I'll put that to the side and then we'll have a look at the drills. So again, cellophane bag, it will have a glue strip somewhere. The hard part is trying to find it. And normally these bags open along the side. I really can't find this one. I found it. So the bags open up along the side, not at the end. That is normal. And get rid of this because it's always the noisiest part. And then we can have a look at the drills. So the drills come in sealed bags and they are numbered. The bags are numbered. This one's 21, 22, 23, the one nice bright yellow, 24. If we use this one, start at the beginning. It should go in order all the way up to 20, so we'll see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Then 21, 22, 21, 22, 23, 24. So according to the bags we have 24 colours, and if we look at the bottom of the key you can see 24. So we know we've got all of the bags, all of the colours, it's done. Nice and easy. So we'll have a look at the back of the bags, that way we can get a better look at the drills. So these are round drills, you can see, and what we're checking for is that they are nice and loose in the bag. When you tilt them, the drills move nice and easily, which means we don't have any oil from the machinery, which obviously you don't want because your drills would all clump together and you would have to clean them. So nice and free in the bags, no problems at all. Yep, absolutely fine. So you can actually, again, if you're new and this is your very first diamond painting, you can work from these bags really easily. All you have to do is separate them. They do have a perforation normally. I don't think, it's hard to tell, maybe they do. I think they do actually, really hard to see. They have a perforation, but I don't really trust it. I have had it in the past where I've went to tear it and the tear, instead of going across, goes so far along and then goes into the bag and totally ruins it. So what I do is I use scissors and I separate them all, and then I set them all in numerical order in rows. So when I go to use them, it's easy to see where they are. So what I do is, once the bags are separated, cut the top off all the way across, pour out the drills, use what I need, put the rest back in, and then fold the corners over, and then fold this down, and then a little piece of tape in the back just to seal it so that no drills fall out. And then when you go to another section, you need this colour again, take the tape off, pour out the drills, do the same thing. So it's really easy to work from these bags. They're pretty big, so plenty of space, no problems at all with that. They don't have the DMC code. All they have is this 1924, which is just a reference number for them. All of the bags are numbered 1924. So no DMC code on the bag. DMC code is a standard way of numbering specific colours. So no DMC code in the bag, but if you look at the key, hopefully, nope, yes, yes. We have the DMC code. It says colour, but it's actually the DMC code. So if you've got a kit from, well, we'll say this company, and we'll just pick number 1 since it's at the top. This is DMC code 158. If you have a kit from another company that also uses the DMC code and you see 158, it will be this colour. So rather than saying it's a sort of bluish purple, it would be, it's 158. So most people keep the spares. When you finish, you normally have spare, you should have some spare drills. if you keep them in the bag, you can keep them just in case you get a kit in the future that uses round 158. Maybe you run out on one, you'll have some spares left from this one. So people tend to keep them and have the DMC codes on the bag. So the first thing that you would do is get a little label and write 158 or DMC 158 so you remember which colour this is. The normal one I talk about is 310. 310 is black, but I noticed there is no 310 because the DMC codes are in numerical order. They always are. And the first one we've got there is 316, so no black, which is very unusual in a diamond painting. I've only had a few that have had no black in them. So everything looks absolutely fine, no problems, good sized bags, plenty of space in them, easy to cut and fold over and work from. So the final thing to look at is the actual canvas. So as I said, budget company means no box. So that means that the canvas has been sort of semi-folded, semi-rolled. Hasn't been folded with creases in it, but if you turn it over, you can see these lines, and you can see that the canvas is trying to go back to the way it was. Obviously you don't want that, so what to do is lay it down somewhere flat and get a nice big heavy book or two, put the books on top and leave it for a few days, and when you take them off the canvas will be flat. Don't try and diamond paint when the canvas is like this because it will keep these waves, and when you finish the diamond painting you will see these waves because the light hits the drills at a different angle, because these ones would be tilted forward, these ones would be flat, these ones would be up. So when the light hits them you would start to see lines on the creases, and you definitely don't want that. You want it nice and flat, so as you walk past and the light hits it you get sparkles all over, random sparkles, and that's why they're called diamond paintings. So the first thing to do is flatten it. So we'll have a look at the actual canvas and the print, and it's poured glue. We've got the clear cover, so poured glue is always nice because it has no air bubbles or wrinkles or anything in it. You can see when I tilt it to the light, nice and shiny, and if I touch it, nice and sticky. So you should always keep the cover over it to avoid dust and hairs and crumbs and things landing on it, because if that happens and you're trying to put a drill down to stick to the glue and you've got a crumb or some hair like pet hair, it stops the drill from sticking properly, so it can give you problems. So always keep it covered when you're not diamond painting. So the other thing to do is have a close look and see the actual print quality. Can you read all the symbols? So we're looking to see if there's any misprint, faded print, double print, any areas where there's no glue as well, so you can tilt it just to make sure the glue is all over. And the glue, as you can see here, actually goes past the edge of the picture. It should do that. You don't want it being just short because it would mean the drills at the edge haven't been fully seated on the glue and they might come off. So the diamond paintings always have the glue going over the edge of the actual printed area. So that's also something just to check. But looking at the print, I mean, that is really clear, no problems at all. I'm not sure how this one is going to turn out though, because as I said, there is no black. But when you look at it, we have black spines on the cactus. When the drills have been put on, I don't know what's going to happen. So it might end up with cactus that don't look like they've got spines, or maybe you'll still see some of that print in between. because this is round drills, there is a little space in between the drills. If you put a circle to a circle or 4 circles together, you get these little diamond shaped areas that have still got the glue, and you can still see the colour of the canvas. So maybe these little black lines will show up there. There's only one way to find out. But the main thing that really attracted me to this one over the rest was the background colour. I really like the colours in this, with the blue and the yellow and the red in the background. Nice and bright. I definitely like brightly coloured diamond paintings. This looks quite bright as it is, but once the drills are on, it will be much brighter, because this is the yellow. So if you compare that to this, you can see much brighter, and the same thing goes for all of the colours. They will be much brighter and they will be nice and sparkly. So looking at the canvas before you start doesn't really give you a true impression of what the diamond painting will look like. Just imagine the whole thing much brighter and sparkly. So that is it. So 30 by 30, not too big. I would say it's a good size for somebody who's new and wants to try diamond painting for the first time. The fact that it's poured glue makes it nice and easy. All you have to do is flatten the canvas. That's the only thing. When you get the kits that come folded like that, the first thing you have to do is flatten it. So you're going to have to wait a couple of days maybe for the canvas to flatten before you can start. Apart from that, no problems at all. So I'm looking forward to seeing this one. As I said, my very first Cactus diamond painting from GBFKE.com. I nearly said it wrong. So that was Cactus from GBFKE.com. Really nice little picture. Very brightly coloured. I really like the colours in the background. Not sure how the spines are going to come out on the actual cactus when it's finished, because I think the drills are going to cover those. But I really don't think it's going to matter. It's going to look very bright, very nice. The fact that the cactus doesn't have spines really won't matter, I don't think. Looking at it from a normal viewing distance, you will just see cactus in the desert with a really cool sun in the background. I think 30 by 30 is a really nice size if you are just thinking about starting diamond painting. It's easy to work, it's all close together, not like these. Sometimes trying to find the space to work these big canvases can be a problem, depending on how much space you've got, and they take a long time. So the smaller ones are really good to get started with. They're also really good if you already diamond paint and you're looking for just a short one, what they call a snack, that won't take too long. You're maybe working on a big project that you've been working on for weeks, maybe even months, and you just think, I need a break from this. So a 30 by 30 I think is a really nice size. It's not too small, and the results should be really nice. Yeah, again, it was the background that caught me, just the sun rays in blue and then the red and the yellow. I just thought that looks really cool, and then you've got the green of the actual cactus. So I think it's going to be a really nice small diamond painting. And that's the thing, you don't have to go big to get nice looking kits. What you have to watch is that you don't go for ones that have got too much detail. If you go for one that's very detailed in a small size, it's impossible to get all the detail in. So if you're going for the smaller ones, try and go for ones that have got sort of big bold areas, sort of cartoony type things work really well. Abstract paintings work really well because they tend to be big blocks of colour, and they look really good even in a small size. So yeah, I think this is going to be a really nice one. So what I'll do is I'll add a direct link in the description if you want to have a look, and then I'll put a link to GBFKE's website, and you can have a browse. As I said, they do diamond painting, cross stitch and paint by numbers, and they do diamond painting accessories as well. So there are other things there that you might be interested in, like pens. There is a pen in that bag. I haven't reviewed a pen from GBFKE before, and I saw one and I thought that's quite nice, so a bit different, so I got that one, and I have another diamond painting. So if you're interested in seeing what else came in the bag, please subscribe and hit the notification button. So that is it for today. Thanks for watching, and in the meantime, take care, be safe, and wash your hands.